Where it says the cam and mic settings there,
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it.
and then
Oh, green screen?
uh-huh.
Oh. Ooh, got some yard of bricks behind me. What's this picture? Oh, oh no, can't use it. Oh.
Well,
Look, now I got a brick wall behind me.
you see like how the top of it doesn't work very well because of the light there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all Frank's fault because he's
It is. He's a piece of garbage. I'm
garbage.
sorry. There, if I move it like that.
It's funny, I can hear Frank very slightly, but I can't.
Yeah, he's in the room. He's finished smoking his cigarettes.
Well, yeah, I know that he
You can't smoke around me, but
was there.
we were
The
supposed to quit 3 months ago, which was now 5 months ago. More pressure. What's going to happen? Well, he's got 4 months. Because I'm halfway through this. And I guess this will be all right. I'll just have that there for now. I don't know what else to. Do I have another picture? I don't know if I have another picture right. Oh wait, add back. Oh, upload background. Let me see if I have anything on this computer. I don't think I do. Download. No. What do I do? Documents, desktop. Do I even have it? I don't think I do. Oh wait, photos. Here we go.
yeah, need a little bit.
No videos found, of course.
Down here.
So I don't think I have anything on this computer, really. No, I really don't have any pictures on this computer.
Well, this sorry about this, folks. Just waiting on as usual, waiting on Frank.
As usual. But yeah, we're moved.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, it's very big. It's a lot bigger than I anticipated.
But that's fine.
Yeah, no, completely fine. I guess my screen is frozen. Why is my
There we
screen?
go.
Am I frozen?
It was. It's kind of glitchy, but the audio works fine.
Oh, okay. Just that my picture's just frozen on my screen. I don't know what I did. I rushed to get it up and running.
It took you get two angles of me.
Mm.
For those watching. Oh, I know we haven't started recording the audio yet, so only those watching will see that.
Ah. Oh yeah, the whole thing is frozen. I don't know what I do. I can hear you still, but I
It's
think
all
my
Frank's
screen
fault.
is frozen. Yeah, it's all Frank's fault. Everything always is. I don't
Let's
know
see
if
if I
something
can
is
start
wrong.
this thing on time.
Oh, I can't click on anything. Oh, am I frozen? I think I'm frozen. Oh, there we go. Am I not frozen anymore? Oh, nope, I guess not. There we go. All right.
Go on now.
I'm trying.
Oh yeah, you're
Things are getting challenging these days for me.
Yeah, well, I do have to apologize now in advance for the baby gift I'm going to be getting you guys.
Oh, an apology in advance. I
Yeah.
can send you my registry.
Well, I mean, it's baby clothes. You can't have
Oh, okay.
onesies, especially onesies in different sizes as a baby gets older that says Chip Army Cadet.
I knew it
Has
had something to do with that. I knew.
Yeah, Chip Chipperson started. He has like a merchandise store now, and he actually has little baby onesies in different colors. It says Chip Army Cadet. So I was like, "Yup, I'm gonna get that," and then I'm probably gonna get the Frank the coffee mug that's color changing. So like when you put your hot coffee in there, it like changes colors and just says Pekkas down the side of it. So like as he drinks it, like the Pekkas go away.
Uh, that's funny.
Yeah, let's go, Frank. We're all waiting on you.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think we've been on here in a while since I had my nice ultrasound. All his internal organs are developed like they should. Everything looked normal. So baby Linker looks great, and I'm growing and growing. Things are becoming more challenging these days now.
Middle of January.
Yeah, January 16th
Okay,
is our
perfect.
is our due date.
Plan. I got to plan some
Did he send me
time
the?
off around then.
Did he send me the background?
I don't know. Did he send you a background?
He didn't send me anything.
No, he's asking you if you sent him a background.
Oh, I didn't send him like what, a green screen background.
I guess
No,
same background you're using. He wants. I don't know what that
I'm
means.
not using a green screen background right now.
Yeah, I see that.
My green screen isn't like lit very well, so like my chair and my shirt, even though
Oh,
it's white, will key off the green and then
oh.
cause green screen effect.
Well, I'm just gonna have bricks behind me, so it's like gonna be the yard of bricks. That's what's
Yeah.
behind me. That's what my imagination is.
I mean, it wasn't as big a deal, and it worked fine when before I moved, but like I moved my desk and everything back about
Oh.
10 feet in my basement
Hmm.
up against the wall back here, so that like I can have room up there
Mm-hmm.
around there, and it has created the unfortunate effect of I'm too lazy to fix the lighting.
Oh. Hmm. I just have somebody that has ADHD, and yeah,
Oh, I have
start
ADHD.
start 15 different projects, and 15 projects are open.
Oh, I know it's
Good thing I'm the one that's cooking this one.
yeah.
But yeah, no, middle of January, January 16th. We'll see if when he makes his appearance. But yeah, things starting to become more challenging. Bending down to pick something up.
Yeah, I bet
I
that.
got I gotta spread my legs open and then bend down because I can't just bend down now. So everything's a little different now. I'm like, oh, I got. I'm like, oh wait, I can't do that.
At the racetrack next month, if you guys are going, I assume you guys would be going. I was hoping that it would have been
Is that New Jersey?
or the previous weekend because then I would be joining.
Oh, Ohio.
No, they're at New Jersey.
Oh yeah, New Jersey, New Jersey. Yeah,
Yeah.
is that? Oh, that's like 2 weekends from now, right?
No, it's the weekend after the Harvest Grand Prix, so it's like the 10th and 11th
Right, October. Right.
of October.
Which is like
Yeah, second weekend of October.
second weekend. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yo,
If I didn't have football that Friday night,
Mm.
I mean, I probably could.
yo, Sakaka.
I mean, I probably can. I would get done like I mean, I won't get done my game till like 10:30, so I'd probably want to go home and sleep, and then yeah, there's no way I'd be able to make it there. I'd be able to get there for like Sunday, but it's not worth it to be there one day.
Yeah.
It's worth it to see us.
Well, I know, but that's why I was telling Missy I'm planning a trip around, I would say, late or mid to late January, probably.
Did you send me the file by any chance?
What file?
Whatever background you're using.
I'm not using a background.
Where'd you get the the background for your green screen?
Well, it's just a JPEG file of any picture you have on your computer.
Yeah, I wanted to use the same one you're using so we can all use that so it looks like we're all in the media center together.
That I've been using this year.
You know what I mean?
I know, but I have a bunch that I've been using.
The only one I remember you using is the one from the IMS in IMS.
But that would be nice if you came out in January. That'd be cool. I'm off. I cannot wait for my maternity leave to start. Starting December 19th is my first day out.
Why is that?
And I won't have to go back until like
Yours is working fine.
June
Why is
1st.
mine not?
No, I don't know.
The fuck?
Oh, hey.
Take that out! That's vulgar!
We're doing bonus content right now.
Oh, are we live? Yeah, look,
We're
mine's
live.
Sorry.
We're not like
Hey, look.
recording. Yeah, you gotta do a little better job with your lighting there, Frank, on that.
Yeah, I need an electrician.
I think it's the light above me. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lights that are shooting straight down, like on Missy's, most of her green screen is fine, except for the area directly below the light, which is straight white.
Mm.
And now she's dark and getting darker. It's like, are you afraid of the dark?
I'm in the dark. Oh, there we go. Oh, work in progress.
It's
I can turn it back to green so we can all be green for today and we'll figure it out the next one.
it's okay. I got my computer over here is displaying the little maize and blue colors here. After my weekend just outside of the worst city in all of America, Columbus, Ohio, home of the crap Ohio State University. Although I was very courteous, there was an elderly gentleman, Ohio State fan, Ohio State mask on, and I had my Michigan Gator on and Michigan polo shirt as I always do Sunday at Mid Ohio. And he was coming down the stairs in like this at the keyhole, like to walk up to the keyhole out of the stairs there. Well, there's a sign at the bottom of the stairs labeled "Enter Only." It's meant to be a one-way stair up. And then when you go down, you just go down the hill. Well, this elderly gentleman, he had harder time walking, and he was going down the stairs. And I should have said, "Hey, oh yeah, typical Ohio State fan cheating." Sign says "Enter," but they do whatever they want. But I just let him go, and then actually him and I talked for about 5 minutes for a lap or so. We were just chatting it away about college football and stuff, and then I went up on the hill and said hi to Jay Howard and watched his driver win, and then went over and talked to Braden Eves, who is in good spirits.
That's good.
And in a neck brace. But he
will
will recover.
Yeah.
We will have him on the show. I am going to reach out to Cape Motorsports and have them see if I can get him to come on the show next week or in a couple weeks or so, something leading up before the Road to Indy goes to New Jersey Motorsports Park. We'll have Braden on to
Actually, I need to call them, see what their situation is. They're
Yeah.
allowing people in there.
contacting either Diane or Tammy at Road to Indy and just let them know that you want to be there and you want to get as much content as you can there.
Oh, I just meant I was going to call the track and see what their situation is if they're letting people.
I know, but if you
Or,
call
but
the
yeah.
track, they're going to assume you're calling
Yeah.
a fan, not calling.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
That's why you got to contact Tammy or Diane.
Diane, yeah. Okay.
Diane, I would go Diane first, and she might
Yeah.
just tell you to contact Tammy. But Diane is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love Diane.
I would contact Diane.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is contact Michelle and she'll take care of it.
I know. I would recommend being there. I wish I could be there.
Where in New Jersey? You mean?
Yeah.
Miss, I'm just gonna pull the green screen down. It's
the lighting. It's your light. Try lighting the rear and not the front.
Yeah, I know. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's probably just leave it the way it is. Don't mess it. Well,
Um,
we'll get going here. We got a lot to recap and a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I mean, screw it. Oh God, hold on.
Take that out. That's vulgar.
What do you want to do?
You know what? If we move this backwards, move it against the wall, maybe we pat up against the wall, it might work better.
Okay.
But we'll try it next week. Okay.
All right. I'll leave it on. You see that? You see the bump?
Wow, it's getting bigger.
Yeah, we'll just try next week. That's all.
It's popping out a little bit.
Yeah, like if yeah, I think I had the green screen too close, so I move it backwards further. Maybe it'll work better.
It's all in the lighting of it.
Yeah.
Yes, Greg. It is I forget what the color's called. But yes, it's like a greenish color.
Yeah, like it's a teal blue, and then there's a blue over here. It's like 2 different colors.
Yeah.
Mashy. Okay.
We're recording whenever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just making sure everything's copacetic. Ooh, okay. 720 is really fish-eyed. 480 is a little more head up. That's better. What do you have your micro? Never mind. Doesn't matter. All right. Okay. Oh, right. Enough with you, iCloud. I know.
On now.
Settle down now. Just get into the recording. Bring up my.
Heard what I said.
You heard what I said. Hope IndyCar fans have been happy with all the racing they've gotten. Jeez. 2 ovals and a road course twice. I mean, come on. I mean, no, let's see. The Indy 500 and then 2 gateways and then 2 Mid-Ohios. Come on. Can it get any better?
It was exciting races too. It wasn't like it was boring Mid-Ohio. It was actually pretty exciting Mid-Ohio.
They're always exciting.
First race was a little less exciting just because winning it from pole, but the second race was a lot better.
It was exciting for me. I was excited.
Well, of course you were, because you're a homer.
So?
It's okay. I should be wearing my that's what I should be wearing.
Why did it do that?
Start without me. I'll be right back.
Well, that's what I needed. That's what I need to have happen right now, ABS. Yes, just completely crap out on me. That's what I need. Come on now. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Much better. Mono. Doesn't matter. Okay. Recording. Missy, say something.
Recording. Missy, say something.
Jared
went to go get something. I don't know what he did.
Well, I'm sure it'll work.
Oh, hey, Wilson. We got a visitor.
It will always be Wilson. Just don't start biting on some wires. You piece of garbage.
Yeah, sorry about that. I needed to had to change.
There we go. Okay. Jared,
is that
say
what the Ed Carpenter shirt look like?
Yeah, Space
Force.
Space Force.
Yes, Wilson.
Yeah,
Jared, just say something so I can get you on the recording here. Make sure it's good.
Yeah, the Space Force is about 10 times better than the Air Force, although Connor Daly is quite a better driver than Ed Carpenter.
Definitely.
When he isn't running out of gas with 2 laps to go.
Exactly.
Because it's funny, I'm sitting there in the communications building or like our little overflow media center where I was stuck all weekend, and his car came across the line and it sounded really weird. And I'm like, something's not right with that car. And yeah, his car was like out of gas, spitting, sputtering.
Missy's got a halo above her head.
Because I'm an angel.
Or she's
Oh.
oh,
You know what I gotta do? I gotta put dimmable ballasts in the lights and dim them. Yeah, that's what I need to do.
do you have LEDs in there?
No.
That's what you should have.
Fluorescence.
Produce a
Oh,
light.
I know. Yeah. Dude, you're lucky this is even up. Are you kidding? I haven't been on my
2 weeks.
I haven't been on my ADHD meds in like a week. I'm so just scatterbrained right now. It's insane.
Awesome. Space Force.
Space Force. It's really just the Star Trek emblem, just not.
They bent it a little bit so that it's
Well, no, the
total-
Star Wars emblem is bent like that, and they just went
it's
like
like
this.
a rip off of Star Trek.
That's what I meant. Star Trek. What I say, Star Wars.
It's a rip off, but they slightly changed it so that it wasn't a complete rip off, but you can tell it was a rip off.
Well, if you ever notice, every space agency has an arrow. NASA,
Pointing
ESA,
upwards to the sky.
yeah. Or if you're a conspiracy theorist like Greg, I'm sure it means something totally different.
I mean, the Earth is flat, so what's the point of the Space Force? So,
well, to perpetuate the lie that we've
they
been.
hit the top of the dome and then
Yeah,
break.
no, they just. That's why they go in the arc. You know, they follow the dome.
Oh, so but how did they land on another planet?
Well, they don't. They just tell you they do. It's
Oh.
really out in like Iceland or Greenland or something. Who knows? You know, where they test things they want to shoot off to a planet before they shoot off to a planet and test it there. Makes sense. Just say. Anyways, are we? Oh yeah, we're recording. Okay, so I'll just cut it from the. Welcome, ICP fans, to another episode where Frank gets a call from.
The moment he hits record, he gets a phone call.
Every time. Sorry, silence. There, it's silenced.
Interesting. It's not on the agenda calendar.
What?
The RTI series for Millville.
NJMP or
Yeah.
MPN? No, New Jersey NJMP.
NJMP.
Yeah, I was right the first time.
It's not on their event calendar though.
Yeah, because it may not even be open to fans. That's why I would recommend just going to rotate.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to come cover the event.
Well, I'm just gonna take a ride there, like I don't know, tomorrow or Saturday, and just be like, "Yo, what up? Media here, representing."
Yeah, I mean, whatever gets you in the door.
And I'm going the David Land route with the Notre Dame hat, keeping the stickers on, so I can return it. Get
Bruce
some
Martin route.
Huh?
Going the Bruce Martin route. Bruce
No.
Martin loves him some Notre Dame.
No, I was making. I was giving David some mess the other day because every video he does, he has a hat that represents the team he's talking about. You know, but it's always like nice and flat, you know, with all the stickers. It's like, so are you returning them to Amazon and buying the next?
Yeah. Oh yeah, his budget is like $15, whatever the cost of one of them is, because then he just returns it and gets a new one.
No, I do it all the time. I'm not knocking him for it. I mean, I'm going to be doing the same thing.
Some people, I tell you.
Yeah, he's good people. I like David. I like David because he's like, sometimes like I go, are you being like a contrarian for contrarian's sake? But you know, a lot of times he's not. So I respect that, taking on, you know, unpopular positions on things. You know, does that make sense? Yeah, it looks good. I like that. All right. So, hey, Missy.
9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Jared.
Oh, hi.
What's up, everybody? We're back.
I didn't see you there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, got a lot to go over. I mean, we moved. Can you see? We moved. There's no guitars. No nothing.
Sold them all?
No, they're all laying out in the next room.
Well, you want to run around and talk about guitars like I ain't got none? Don't you think I sold them all? I hope you sold them all.
No. You'll
Say-
trip over them walking out of this room.
Yeah, saying Dre fell off.
Yeah.
I ain't having that.
Yep.
This
All
is
right.
the millennium of aftermath.
Yep.
Ain't gonna be nothing after that. So give me
Otherwise,
one more rat and crap. You can have it back.
it's a
So where's all the mad rappers? It's
all right, enough, Frank. Let's get on to some racing.
like a something in this habitat.
Uh-huh.
So give me one more platinum plaque.
Yep. So what we're gonna do? A road to Indy here first.
Sure, fill us in. Parker's engine blew, of course.
Well, we'll start at the bottom, and now we're here with a little Mid Ohio action with the USF 2000, and what a weekend it was. Considering going into the weekend, Christian Rasmussen was up by 50 points over Reese Gold going into the weekend. And it looked like a sure end it was going to be Rasmussen winning the pole for the first race. And then some bad luck. I wouldn't say bad luck, it was bad skill for Rasmussen. The first race, he ended up spinning himself from the lead on his own.
Just like Dixon.
Yeah, just going into turn 4 there.
Which you have to remind people what turn that is because
Okay,
Mid Ohio's turns are
At
redundant.
the end
Just
of the
make
longest
sense.
straight there, coming out of the keyhole, you go down really long straight, and then there's a right-hander.
A slight right-hander, yeah.
No, the heavy right-hander.
Oh, what
At the end of the longest straight.
Oh, where Santino Ferrucci went off and then came back on like a moron.
That later, but Rasmussen just ended up spinning himself there. He just carried a little too much speed, whatever, spun it out, ran off track, ended up doing a little bit to the car, and was only able to recover to 14th after the first race.
And then Jay Howard threw his headset. He was just like, bleepity bleep, bleepity bleep.
That's a real bugger. And a lot of bloody and probably other words that we can't say here.
And a whole lot of C words in between.
Yeah. But, I mean, Rasmussen's loss was a gain of Cape Motorsports. I mean, Michael D'Orlando was able to take home the race win. He started third, got past his teammate Reese Gold, who started second finish, or started and finished second, which is good for Reese Gold. That was good for his championship. And then later on, in the second race, well, I mean, Reese Gold won that one from pole, but once again, you don't even see Christian Rasmussen here. You see him all the way 20th. He didn't even.
Oh my goodness, what happened?
Well, he did finish. He finished 2 laps down. Well, he got involved in a racing incident, lap 1, in the same area, which caused him to, a few laps later, to cut a tire, went flat, and he ended up bringing out a full course caution because of a flat tire and had to go get it changed and ended up 2 laps down.
Whose fault was it?
20th. So by the end of Saturday, the gap was cut to 4 points.
So Sunday had to be a good race for him.
50-4. And that goes into Sunday.
Repeat those numbers one more time. The what to 4? 50 what?
50, like Rasmussen had a 50-point lead going into the weekend. And after the second of 3 races, that lead was 4 points. A
Yikes.
46-point swing in 2 races.
So he's no longer.
Well, yeah, I mean, Rasmussen was in the lead, was still leading the championship, but only by 4 points. But fortunately, he was able to redeem himself with a good performance on Sunday, which I was actually up on the hill with Jay Howard, and Jay was happy. It was a good comeback for them. I mean, it was Reese Gold was able to finish 3rd, so the new championship lead is only 13 or 14 points. Still very close, with a handful of, or like another 4 or 5 races left. But Michael D'Orlando was able to finish 2nd. D'Orlando was actually leading the race with a few laps to go, and he made a mistake himself in the carousel, just braked too late and ran it wide. He almost went into the pit lane. He carried so much speed, he almost went into pit in instead of making the last corner.
And that last corner is like a
Gave
first gear almost.
been able to get by and win. But yeah, that last corner there in the carousel, not
That-
the left-hander onto the straight, but like that long sweeping right-hander as
Yeah.
you come on pit lane. That is a tough, and it's an off-camber angled, like there's some elevation to that.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like
yeah,
you
just
don't
go-
see it in the sim, but it's there, and it will mess up your car's handling.
what do you mean? Like the sim has it perfect. It's a
I know sim has it perfect, but when you're at speed and you're in the sim, you don't really see that elevation change as much as you would in real life if you were driving over it, because like it's a computer screen. It's a smaller representation versus all around you. It's harder to see that elevation in the sim than in real life.
fair enough.
I mean, it's the same thing. You race Barber
Who was it?
racing, and it doesn't look like much of elevation. Then you go to Barber and you're dying. Your legs are dying from walking up and down hills all day.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. Mid Ohio and Mid Ohio and it's Mid Ohio is not as bad as Road America, but it's still pretty.
Barber's probably, I'd say. I mean, Road America is a lot, but it's over such a spread out area. Versus Barber is a lot of elevation in a short space.
I'm in more pain from Road America than any other track I ever go to. So that tells me everything I need to know about that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my. What the heck is the website called again? Isn't it Indy Racing TV or something? Or RoadIndy.tv?
RoadIndy.tv.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The .tv screws me up every time.
And then Indy Pro 2000.
Not now. God, no.
Sorry, we're not talking about Indy Pro 2000.
Road to Indy.
Yes, we are.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, you said not now, not now.
No, I was talking about my Lenovo wanting to restart itself after an update. You know how Windows has 7 updates every quarter of the hour. Ridiculous.
Well, Indy Pro 2000, they just had a doubleheader. Race Saturday. Daniel Frost started on pole, but Manuel Suleiman, from another young driver from Mexico City, trying to follow in Pato Award's footsteps, coming out of there, he was able to get the win.
Pato Award's not from Mexico City.
Oh, well, he's from Mexico. Close enough.
No, it's not. He's from Texas.
What?
He lives in Texas.
Just because he lives in Texas, just
He's American. He's got an American passport. And besides, he's Irish anyway. He's lucky the Irish Pato Awardees.
I think he's flying under. I think he's driving under the Mexican flag. Though.
I know he is because he's got dual citizenship. Well, he's actually got 3 trips. He's American, Irish, and Mexican. So he is half Irish, people.
Yes, he lives in Mexico, hon.
That when? Because he told me he lives in
Monterrey, Mexico.
Yeah, that's the official where he lives. That's not really.
Hometown
Yeah, that's not really where he lives.
and his residency.
I know him well enough to tell you that half of that's wrong.
Oh, here you go. Although a native of Mexico, attended high school in San Antonio, Texas,
Oh,
and has lived in
did he?
Dallas area for several
Really?
years.
Oh, you mean so I do know him personally? Oh my God, I'm not lying the whole time. Mm-hmm.
Never
Yeah,
hear the end
I
of
don't
this.
text him every week. No, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I know, Frank.
Anyway,
Moving on.
really upset with Parker. You know, he needs to stop.
Don't be upset with Parker. Be upset with Parker's equipment.
No. Let me
Parker
finish.
eating
Let me finish what I was going to say.
in blue.
I'm really upset with Parker and his just horrible luck at Mid Ohio. Because
Mid Ohio's not his track. It really isn't.
by the way, Jared, really, really good interview with Rob Howden over the weekend. And appreciate what you guys really appreciate what you guys said at the end there. I like that. That was very sweet. Thank you very much. I like that. I would like to know to the contrary of who's saying what. I don't know where that comment came from, but we'll have to talk later about that.
Yeah, it was really nice getting to catch up with Rob and everybody to chat. Mike Yoakum, Pit Lane Parlay, sat next to him most of the weekend until he got the call up to the big leagues.
Uh-oh.
They had all the media in the over. Well, okay, I was relegated to the overflow building. You know, across from Pit Lane and the track, there's that wide building where the TV and radio is. That's where they put overflow media, which ended up being me, Mike, and the photographers. Well, on Sunday, Mike got the call up to the big league, so he got to go to the tower and sit
Ooh.
up on the third floor of the tower with Kate and Arnie and all Bruce Martin, Tim May, and Steve Whitich.
Bottom line is,
So basically, he got screwed, and I got to sit in the comm building by myself all day long, which allowed me to hot mic from there.
sweet. Bottom line is, I look at it like this. I'm proud of Mike, and if he's going to literally quit his job and make doing podcasting for IndyCar a full-time job, then he deserves to be up there.
Yeah, he's a hard worker. He's smart. He's good. I really like him, and I'm glad to see that he's able to turn it into something that can actually support more than just fun times. Yet it can support his life.
Exactly, and
Not many out there that I know of in IndyCar media that their livelihood is derived from writing and talking about IndyCar. For a lot of us, it's just a labor of love. We do it for fun.
yeah, we don't make a dime doing this except for going.
We do it because it's fun and we enjoy racing. We want to give back to the fans because
Yeah,
fans
and
at heart.
and this is our 6 years straight doing it, so we are the longest running IndyCar podcast. You know,
And I made mention of that.
I know.
To Rob Howden, I had to point that out.
I that's why I was saying thank you for that. I like that. I appreciate that. But you know, we're really happy that you've been here for a year now. But what I'm saying is you know, we don't do this as our full-time jobs, and you know, so us going to the tracks for free, or I don't want to say it for free, but you know, because we do work while we're there, we don't get to enjoy the race like a fan would enjoy it. We're always, you know, talking to drivers, or you know, not that it's not fun. I'm not saying it's not, but the payoff to us is, you know, going to all the tracks, you know, because we wouldn't be able to afford what we're doing, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
you know, I mean, you know, fans, they have to drive and park way far away and then get shuttled in. You know, we get shuttled in, you know, by old women in golf carts. It's fun. So,
yeah,
you know, there's
that is something he knows that Road to Indy was at Mid Ohio already twice this year. In July they had a couple of races, more double headers, and then
yeah,
and it was a lot of it is a filler, just because with the loss of St. Pete earlier in the year, Portland, Laguna Seca, they were all supposed to race, or Toronto, that's a big Road to Indy one. They haven't had a whole lot of opportunities, so they've had to fill it in where they can. And Mid Ohio is relatively close to for all the teams.
I do have a question though. Has St. Pete officially given the "we're not doing it this year" flag, or
Officially, the last race of the year.
they are still going to be the last race of the year?
Yeah, the 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Okay, so they just said that. Okay.
Yeah, my
I'm sorry, guys. Moving, into a house has been a huge undertaking that I did not expect. Um, yeah, and so I've been a little bit out of it. So haven't been but we got Jared here that's going to all the races for us. So,
I go to as many as they will allow me.
exactly. And I mean, you're not only there representing ICP, you're also representing your own journalistic endeavors, which is
RealOpenWheel.com. We'll see.
what is that again?
RealOpenWheel.com. You'll actually see here in a second because the other big topic of the week will I have it up on my website that I'll show.
Right on. And the Rob Howden interview where I guess Rob's mic wasn't working, but yours was. I don't know what that was about, but it's okay. You'll get better at that.
What?
y-
There's nothing wrong with Rob's mic.
Okay, it wasn't working, but it was coming through yours. Anyway, my point being is it was a really good interview, and if you want to check it out, either go to any of our many podcast outlets, even YouTube, or go to our Twitter, and it's our pinned comment on Twitter, and that's at ISCP Podcast. So real easy to find, but you can find out stuff at where, Missy?
www.theindysportscarpodcast.com.
And we did a little bit of new renaming. It is now the IndyCar Sports Car Podcast.
No, it's not.
Officially, it is.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
Well, through iTunes, it is. And Podbean it is. But as far as everything else, it's at the Indy. It's just so when you search IndyCar on different podcatcher apps, we pop up faster. That's all. So, but as far as real branding goes, it's still the Indy Sports Car Podcast. So, as Pato probably told you at the beginning of the show, I'm sure, because I use Pato's beginning every time. Anyways, so throwing myself under the bus like that. Let's move on. Parker's engine blew the first race, and Parker was close to the top of the points. He wasn't at the top at the time, but he could have taken command and lead if he finished well this weekend. What happened, Jared?
What? In the first race, he blew his engine.
Yeah, what happened in the second race?
He finished second.
Okay, so, okay, I'm looking at a second behind too. Oh,
yeah.
There's only one passing zone in Mid Ohio, and you have to set it up between 3 different turns to even make one happen. So
yeah, your only option to really pass is to keep it close on their bumper coming out of the keyhole, and then draft up and pass going in.
Yeah, four, hang it outside 5, keep it on the outside. So when you go into 6, you force them to go behind you.
Yeah,
and that move right there that Parker did as a rookie in USF 2000 6 years ago almost is when I saw him do that, and I said he either got lucky or he meant to do that, and that's what made me go find the kid, because nobody else in USF 2000 was doing that at the time.
I love how Frank takes credit for all that.
I didn't say I yes, Missy pointed it out. Yeah, okay.
No, Missy was already talking to Parker before this, and I had every intention of hunting him down when Frank seen this move.
Right. And I didn't know who he was until I saw that. I said, "Who was that? Was that Parker?" She's like, "Yeah, that's Parker." I'm like, "Okay, now I do want to find him." Yeah. Anyways, he was so young then. He didn't have a driver's license at that point.
I still remember meeting him in 2016, his rookie year in USF 2000. Met him at Indy. There on the road course. The girl I was dating at the time became infatuated with him, so we ended up talking to him for quite a while.
Is that the same one that we hung out with you and her at Mid Ohio? Right?
No.
No, or was that Josh? Is that Josh or was that you?
No, that was me.
Okay.
It was a different girl.
Yeah, I thought so. I was pretty sure it's different. Yeah. Anyways,
But yeah, congratulations, Stingray Rob. Won the second race there. He's able to extend his points lead. And with a name like that, I have a feeling we'll be seeing him in Indy Lights next year with a scholarship.
under UCOS, definitely.
Yeah, you're driving for Yuncos. That's good equipment and also just an awesome team.
How many more races do they have left in the
Well,
season?
expand this here. There is a triple header for Indy Pro at New Jersey Motorsports Park, and then
5 miles away from where we just moved. Nice, out in the middle of the boons.
I believe USF 2000 is also triple header at New Jersey, and double header.
Nice. Yeah, I think Saturday Missy and I are going to make a pilgrimage. 10 minutes away, and make sure that we're on
all day. Bring your camera, record up some stuff, record some audio. We can play it on the air with a podcast. And I got to clean up the audio. I did some interviews with USF 2000 podium on Sunday.
Did you take advantage of the Podbean app recorder?
No, I just did it on my phone because I was gonna then go back and
that's what I mean. It's the Podbean app recorder on your phone is amazing. I'm telling you.
Well, I'll have to remember that for next
time. It's really incredible. The sound quality from it is like just incredible. It really is. It blew me away the first time I used it.
So the big boys. IndyCar had double header there, Mid Ohio.
Race 1 was a great race.
I mean, it wasn't as action packed like as.
Sure was.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was not a single caution.
Yeah, I mean, even Marco Andretti, finished.
Only 4 cars were lapped down,
and two were Andretti.
Yeah.
Zach Veach and Marco Andretti. The other 2 Andretti drivers, the only other 2 Andretti drivers that didn't make the podium on the second race.
Yeah.
Being as though Andretti locked up the podium on the second race.
Yep, we'll just skip over the winner of the first race. Nobody cares about him.
What do you mean? A lot of people do. 2/3 of the show does. Jared, to be honest with you, Missy.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. Will doesn't look like he cares anymore.
What do you mean?
So, like, watching him do the post race, like the presser and like the victory circle, the podium celebration, he just looked and no energy, no smiles. Like even the photographer, Michael Levitt, LAT, he was telling me like you just look so sad. Like he just had no energy and just was so blah about it. I mean, even winning the pole.
Because this entire season has been such a dude, this entire.
Why not show some real happy emotion when you actually get off the schneid and put in a dominant performance from beginning to end? Why not be, woo, yeah, go really sell that you're happy that it finally came together for you, and instead it's all just blah. I mean, the picture of him,
let me ask you something.
He looked like Jesus. He was just like,
Let me ask you something, Jared.
It's bad.
Let me ask you something, Jared.
He's got no energy, and it's a contract year. He's acting like he doesn't want to come back to Penske next year, and maybe he doesn't.
He'd be a fool not to. My point being is, now this year you can agree that it's been totally and utterly insane.
What do you mean? There's nothing insane or crazy happening this year. It's a totally normal year.
Okay, number one, Will has
he didn't even do anything. Didn't even react to that.
This year has been so insane. Are you kidding me? Look, like Will got his 61st pole.
I almost said 60th, but then I always forget about surfers.
That's right. 61st asterisk pole. There you go, Fo. And then you know, and he won a race that he should he's lost 2 races this year alone from he lost Road America, one of the races because of his pit crew, and he lost was it the Indy Road
Are
Course?
you sure that was his pit crew's fault?
Yeah, it was the left tire changer.
It was Iowa.
That's it. And then Iowa's pit crew.
Iowa was the left tire changer because his wheel fell off in the corner.
Yeah. But no, I'm saying that he lost Road America because I forget exactly who got held up, but he was in the lead and then he came out in like 4th or something. It was, and he couldn't recover because I was listening to the scanner. He was mad. Yeah, they cannot play Will's. They can never play Will's radio over the broadcast.
Cut it or censor it.
It would just be.
Yeah, no, it's just like when he won the Indy 500 and he was like, "Yeah, show me respect," and then they cut it right there.
Yeah, there was a lot more.
They forget about the last word he says after "show me respect."
What was it, Jared?
I don't have the bleep sound here anymore.
No, show me respect.
That people would do to Frank's mother,
and they have, yes,
yeah,
at least twice that I know of.
I mean, that doesn't include when Lamar comes over.
No, he's just fixing the floorboards.
He's just fixing the squeaky floorboards.
Oh my God, I can't.
I know because I used to watch from the bushes outside and tug them up back.
All right, that's enough of that.
Okay, enough of Chip. I'm sorry.
But then the second race had a little more action to it. Had some crashes, some
Santino Ferrucci putting Rosenquist out of the race totally.
Some people in the NBC booth doing one of these, doing a little sucking action of Santino even after
he hasn't earned it. What has he done? I mean, I watched the whole replay. Herta
did run it wide.
Herta. I'm not saying. Look, I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry, Jared. I'm cutting you off. God.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, I get Herta running wide in that corner because you're on the inside. You have to carry speed, otherwise you're going to get lost by the guy on the inside. But when you brake late like that, it's just going to push your car out and pushes the other guy off track when you run too wide.
It really reminded me of Portland from last year in Indy Lights, or 2 years ago. I mean, from Indy Lights. Remember that? How Herta just totally took out the entire field, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. It was a racing incident, and then Santino was like, "Well, I mean, I got knocked off the track, so I'm not going to slow down. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to re-enter the track
and take Rosenquist right out
the earliest possible opportunity."
I do not believe he took Rosenquist out. I believe he took Carlo out, but took Rosenquist out.
Who then took out Rosenquist.
Yes.
Rosenquist was the worst. Got the worst end of the deal of that whole thing.
Oh, no, I would say Pelot did because Pelot was his teammate.
Yeah.
And was just driving, and then all of a sudden
he gets hip checked.
Santino's like, "Oh, I'm just going to re-enter the track here wherever I want."
Which you don't do.
Whatever I want.
You don't do that. You go off track because Herta forced you off. Herta's fault. Should have incurred a penalty. He didn't. Right? He shouldn't have won this race. He should have gotten a penalty for that. But he didn't get it. Fine. Santino sucks. I get it. But you wait. You don't come back onto the track, especially there. I mean, it's such a bad spot to do that. There's no room to do that. I mean, they're too wide, barely.
I think it's kind of cute that you think Santino Ferrucci would have thought to just stop and wait and not come back onto the track.
I know. Who am I talking about again?
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that. Just stop and wait for everyone.
Still love Adrian Millward's. You know, even Santino finished P4, even though he's a Class A. Bleep. And I couldn't have said it better myself. The kid does impress me, even though he's a Class A. Bleep. You know? There's two drivers that if their PR, like approached us with an interview or whatever, I would decline. Well, Missy would decline on my behalf. Yes. Now, for the people who listen to the podcast, you should really, really check out our live streams that we do every Thursday at 8, so you can see the visuals that we post up on YouTube, or go back and watch the podcast whenever you want to. Right now, Jared's got the incident about to be played. So go ahead, Jared.
There's no audio to it.
No, just there's Herta taking it so wide that, of course, he's going to go off. But there goes Santino, like he's the only one on the track. Pillow goes into the wall. But I believe Pillow did get it back out of the wall, did he not?
No.
Oh, he was out?
I believe he got eliminated, there.
He was cleared.
Well, it didn't look as bad as Rosenquist.
Herta runs it like he's already pretty hot into the corner, pretty narrow. Dixon backed way out so he could make the corner, whereas Herta just kept going. So here goes.
Herta did that on purpose. That was an on-purpose move by Herta. I'm sorry, it was.
And then
it does look like he ran right down the track.
Let me turn. Oh wait, I can't turn until I actually get four wheels on the track.
Yeah, and there goes Rosenquist backwards into the tires as Pillow goes frontwards into the tires. Yep. It was poor form on Santino's. Look, it sucks you got taken out. I agree. You know, Herta, poor form as usual.
And Marco somehow survived it. He ran off into the grass wide, but he survived it.
Oh, look at Marco making sure he doesn't come back on track and take anyone out. See? Because he's used to doing that.
Yeah.
But hey, that's good form by Marco. Hey, positive stuff about Marco Andretti.
Wait, it is September 17th at 8:59 p.m.
Okay, the first time we've ever, yes, we waited.
No, you.
Okay, me, fine.
Document.
It's documented, set in stone. I've said something positive about Marco Andretti. There you go. Get his face off of the screen, please. That smirk. I'm a Class A bleep. Ugh. Anywho.
Yeah.
All right. So
congratulations to Colton getting the win, leading the All Andretti podium. It's the first time that they've had an All Andretti podium since 2005. Frank, I know you love Colton Herta. He is one of your favorite drivers because he's so friendly. I made him laugh. I got Colton to laugh in the I like Colton's grandfather. Colton's grandfather is a Michigan fan versus Colton's father, who went to Ohio State. Blarf.
ugh.
Yeah, so Colton's grandpa is pretty cool, and I made sure to tell Colton that on the press conference. It's like, hey, your grandpa's pretty cool while I'm wearing Michigan gear.
Yeah, Colton something. So his two wins have come from.
But yeah, yeah.
His two wins have come from
fans at Mid Ohio who did socially distance. They were pretty good up in the up on the hills, like they're by Madness. like they were all separated out. Most people were wearing masks.
I mean, you're outside, so it's not like you're.
I'll admit, I didn't wear my mask the whole time. If there was nobody around me, I didn't wear a mask because there's nobody around me. Who cares?
Right. But if you're doing an interview with somebody, then it's a different story.
Well, I mean, Rob and I didn't wear masks, and we were socially distant. We were about 6 to 10 feet apart in the media building there.
Yeah, I mean,
apparently sucks because we should have been sitting next to each other because I guess his microphone didn't work the whole time.
Which it doesn't matter because you can still hear what he's saying clear as day. It's just a little bit echoey, because you could tell it's coming off of your mic.
It shouldn't have been because I tested it and it worked. His microphone was working.
I'm not arguing with you. You can listen to it if you like.
I will have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Annoying.
All right, boys, moving on.
Yeah. So anyway, but it was a good interview. I highly, encourage people to go and check it out.
Yeah,
all right. So I mean, just tell us, what was your thoughts on the weekend there, Jared?
It was good. It was good action. Road to Indy, as always, was on par. They put on a good show. You had 4 different pole winners. They did 2 qualifying sessions for each one Saturday, and there were 4 different pole winners, which is always good to have that kind of diversity. You had Reese Gold pulling back within 14 points of Christian D'Orlando in the championship, so it's no longer a runaway. Now you're going to have it's gotten close again, so you're going to get a good fight there. Indy Pro put on another good show. I mean, the field size isn't as large as we'd hope for, but they still put on a good show. Especially in the rain on Sunday when they were only able to get a couple laps in before the rain was too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when the rain's too much for rain tires, that's a monsoon.
Yeah, and it didn't even seem that bad, but the ponding and the puddling at Mid-Ohio can get pretty extreme in certain parts of the track.
Especially the end, like the last turn going straight. Yeah.
Going into the carousel is notorious for lots of standing water.
Yeah, and it can almost be a dry, it can almost have stopped raining a half hour ago, and that they just cannot, that runoff is terrible. But it's such a hilly, it's a natural terrain track. What do you want? I mean, it wasn't purpose built like every F1 track is,
Oh yeah.
So, speaking of F1, Lewis Hamilton didn't win for once. It's amazing. But, okay, so moving on from that.
Well, there's some IndyCar news here. Came out yesterday.
Is Sergio Perez going to be here?
No.
Thank
we
goodness.
have a new track.
I know. What is this? Munich City. Is this Nashville? Right on.
Been confirmed, a 3-year deal coming next year, August 6th through 8th.
Andretti Autosport snaps out of a slump on
other stuff.
Yeah. No, because you remember Andretti had a lot to do with booking tracks until they got sued. I don't know if they do that anymore. That's the biggest reason why Milwaukee's gone.
Oh yeah, it was Andretti Sports Marketing that promoted it.
Yeah, and Baltimore.
But yeah, the
Oh, and Boston, by the way. Boston's what got them sued. We lost Milwaukee and we lost Baltimore because of Boston.
Well, we get our first ever astronomy. We get
Is that a bridge?
Constellation shaped track.
Am I looking at a bridge? Are they racing over top a bridge?
Yes, over water.
That's awesome.
Twice actually per lap.
No kidding.
Yeah, you go. So the lap will start down here, and then turn 1, you'll go up, and there's a long straight, basically a little bend.
That is one heck of a long straight. What is that? 3 miles?
Yeah, It's over a half mile.
Oh, so it's not as big as.
Oh, I know. We're going the other way. So turn 1, 2.
I was gonna say. I think you're going
I was going
backwards. Yeah,
4,
it
5,
goes clockwork.
and 6.
Clockwise.
In the central area, the paddock here, right outside Nissan Stadium, the home of the Tennessee Titans. Down here, and then they'll go across the Korean Boulevard Bridge over the Cumberland River, and then have a series of little turns here, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then go back over the bridge for a really long straight down into turn 1.
Okay, so it's still a counterclockwise track. Okay, because Mid Ohio is a clockwise. So actually, counterclockwise tracks are very rare.
Yeah, and it is also notable because the start line and finish line are in different areas. So the start line is in the back stretch, front stretch leading into turn 1, but the actual finish line is between turns 3 and 4.
Where?
Wait, no, it's not.
Yeah. Where, Jared?
It's between 13 and 14.
Yeah.
The finish line.
Start line,
Okay.
finish line.
Oh, between 13 and 14. Oh,
It's
okay.
the finish line, yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of like Mid Ohio in a sense. Okay, because because the start line for Mid Ohio is in between 3 and 4.
Right, versus this one where the finish line is between 3 and 4.
Gotcha. Okay.
In Ohio, the start line is between 3 and 4. But
I do like the layout of the track. There's a lot of passing opportunities on this track, looks like. A lot of drafting, a lot of push to passes, a lot of just a whole lot of wackiness, it looks like. Like, to me, just looking at it, I can point out 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 5 prime passing opportunities. What do you say?
Well, I mean, yeah, you're gonna get going into 1 for sure.
That's a big
7,
one.
You're gonna get guys that'll try to outbreak going into 7.
Exactly.
You might get something into 2, but I
That's
don't.
what I was thinking too.
It's
maybe 2, maybe 3.
You're not gonna get any passing 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No. Mm-mm.
But you're gonna get guys trying to set up passes.
Exactly. Yeah, they're going to set up for the long haul to go into. What is that? 10? No, that's 12, 11.
Yeah, 11 and then 1. It's only an 11 turn course. It's 2.17 miles.
2.17. Wow. And it's a road course, which we don't have enough of. So that's great. I love it. I love road courses because you make a mistake and there's no runoff. There's no, Santino Ferrucci coming back on track. No, there's a concrete barrier you're hitting. So, hey, Herta will be able to take people out indefinitely this time and probably win.
Yeah.
Because he always wins when people, screw up in front of him late in the race. Like the last 2 wins he's got, the only 2. What happened? Wilson
just tried to jump up on my lap and missed.
He's way too fat to jump that high. What are you doing, you crazy loon?
He wants to be on camera.
Yeah. Okay. Here, Wilson. You're on camera. There's Wilson. Where is he? There he is. Look how fat that cat is.
Wow.
Is he not humongous?
It is one fat cat.
He's huge. Yeah. He must have destroyed his mother coming out.
Poor Wilson.
I know. We named him Wilson. It's Willson. Can you figure out why?
No, I can't imagine.
Yeah. No. Why did we do that? Will for willpower and then Wilson for Justin Wilson. Not even joking. That's exactly why we named him that.
See, I don't see. Will should have named his son instead of naming Bo. Name him Wilson. Will's son.
And that was
Will's son. Will.
We already had the cat before Bo was born, but that makes sense too. Yeah, see, he has to have love. He always has to be petted. This cat can't get enough. Yep. Just like every other color, he's gray. He's a Russian gray / Maine Coon / football. It's a football with legs.
Yeah. Well, the oh yeah, there was also other news. I think it was Tuesday. Sebastian Bourdais
Oh yes, yes, I did see that.
21 full season ride with AJ Foyt Racing. He will actually make his debut next month at the Harvest Grand Prix at IMS.
Now, is this just for the rest of the season, or is this a 2-year deal?
I don't know if it's. I think it's just a 1-year deal for next year, and then these couple of races this year. I'm assuming
That's kind of what I meant, 2-year.
do St. Pete as well because that's like a home race for Seabass.
Right.
So
He lives there.
yes, I'm assuming he'll be there for St. Pete. But yeah, it's awesome to see Sebastian back. I was my buddy legit IndyCar news guy said he is not surrendering to retirement. A Frenchman not surrendering to retirement.
He should have like 2 years ago.
They should have surrendered years ago.
Yep.
Of course, he needs America to save him.
Legit IndyCar news guy. Love that guy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Me too.
Oh, hey, what's up, legit IndyCar news guy?
Oh, hey, Frank. Hey, Missy. Congratulations on the house.
Thank you.
Thanks, LIIN.
Follow me on Twitter at Legit Indy News.
You know your accent in 1959 does not match, right? Your bio makes no sense.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The bio for the Twitter of legit IndyCar news guy.
I mean, if you got an issue with his account, I'll talk to him.
It should be 1929, 1949 or 59.
Yeah,
Whatever you got.
he told me that he just got done with the war. The war just ended. They didn't have the race for a few years.
So 49 then.
Back, and they needed all the legitimacy and all the media they could get because after being off for a few years. So he was like, "Well, I'm a legitimate."
Well, World War One
car guy, so he's like, "I'll take the job."
Well, he could be a veteran of World War One.
Yeah, but World War One was like shortly after the first few of them.
What does that mean? Oh, right.
First 3 or 4.
Yeah, 1911. Yeah, 1919 or 18. Yeah, it wasn't 1918. 1918. Yeah. So yeah, okay. 1949, he should be in. Yeah. Anyway, I love that guy. It makes me laugh. It's basically
he got to go to the track for the first time ever and do some reporting.
I saw, and he was fighting with some trolls from 4chan.
Yeah, those people tried to get him again, but he doesn't have any of that. They actually tried doing that in the middle of the Rob Howden interview.
Did they really?
They tried pulling that crap during
they're after you.
Rob's interview, and I wasn't having any of it. Fortunately, it was right at the end, so I was like, and we're done.
You can ban them, you know.
I know. I got to find a way to change the default privacy so that only fans of our page can comment. But then it's like I can't. It's hard to grow your audience when you restrict who can talk.
Well, you know, if they're our audience, they should be following.
You gotta follow the page for more than 15 minutes, and then you can talk.
There you go. And you go on Facebook. It's easy to find. The Indy SportsCar Podcast. There it is.
I'm gonna call my buddy Mark, and he'll take care of it.
Right on. All right. So I don't know. You do we want to grade these races? Because I would say the first race was a 10.
Yeah. Well, and there was one other little piece of news. It's kind of older news, but Scott McLaughlin, Australian V8 Supercars champion, will be making his Team Penske debut in a real car in St. Pete.
And Jimmy Johnson also announced full-time ride with Chip Ganassi. Only road and street courses next year.
It's not really a full-time ride, but it's.
So what does this mean for Felix?
I think this is just an extra car.
And isn't it weird that an oval guy from NASCAR
cars?
What's that?
Ganassi used to have 4 cars, and then they shrunk to 3, and then down to 2, and now they're back to 3. So Chip has a 4th car.
No,
No issue running a 4th car for.
I mean, out of all the drivers in NASCAR, the only one that's worth his weight in salt is Jimmy Johnson. Okay,
I mean,
so
we could have got Jeff Gordon. I mean, back in the day.
he's retired.
I know.
So
but
my point being is
I
you
miss-
you take a driver who is legitimately a really good driver, one of the only drivers that's ever asked to actually do like the Daytona 24, which is funny. But
he actually wanted to do it.
well, he's good enough to even do it in the first place. My point being is, you take a driver that does primarily ovals and you put him in the road and street course car.
Only road and street courses. He's not
Yeah.
even doing the ovals.
Well,
He'll
he's
try to do
look.
the 500, but he won't do any of the other ovals.
I was gonna say he has to do the Indy 500 because there's no sponsor that will get behind him without that.
Doesn't include the Indy 500.
Exactly, the sponsor has to be. Missy, what do you think? What's your thoughts? You haven't said much.
Sorry. I'm tired. It's been a rough week. What are we talking
Come on now.
Just talk about anything really, because
Fuck
we're wrapping the show up. I mean, the Jimmy Johnson news was pretty much the last news that I wanted to bring.
Who? Who's that?
Yeah, moving on. We'll find out. So,
Second, babe.
come on, babe.
He's a NASCAR driver, 7-time NASCAR Cup champion.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Race IndyCar, street and oval, or street and road courses.
Yeah, next year he's going to be racing every street and road course for Chip
That's actually a 2-year deal.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Yeah, he will need it against the greatest drivers.
There's no bump and run here.
Well,
But he's
he's
also
a good
got
driver.
on his team, and like Chris Simmons and an amazing engineering staff. So it'll and I know why.
Drive the car still.
The only thing I was worried about was Felix Rosenquist's, ride at Chip. I'm going to make sure that Jimmy Johnson wasn't coming in and bumming Felix out. That's all I was worried about.
They're going back to a 4
That
car.
was stupid.
And the reason why Jimmy's doing this, he wants to prove that he's not just an oval guy. There's a reason why he's only doing the road courses, because he says, I'm a better driver than what NASCAR has created this belief that all he can do is drive and make left turns.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And
Did you see what they're doing to Fontana, by the way?
Yeah, I know. They're making it into a short oval because they're idiots.
They're going to plow it down to nothing.
Yeah, they're going to demolish the track and turn it into a short track so IndyCar can never race there again.
It's Bristol West Coast.
Yeah, it's really what it is. NASCAR's like, we need more short tracks, and this long track here takes up a lot of space and costs money. So let's make it a short track. It'll save money and somehow be better.
Look, bottom line is anybody who's been a fan of the sport for the last half a decade will still say one of the greatest races they've ever seen is what?
IndyCar Fontana.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Serious race you'll ever see, but also one of the most exciting and most insane races you'll ever see.
Yeah, where it's a miracle nobody died, and what?
Ryan Briscoe almost died. He was filling in Hinch's car because that was the year Hinch got skewered, and
yeah, I know.
Filled in, and Briscoe hit his front wing on the grass in the infield and violently tumbled.
Sage Karam made him do that, by the way. Sage Karam forced him into that position and turned him into a lawn dart.
There it is.
Just saying. That was the race that ruined Sage Karam's career.
No, I'm pretty sure that race came later on that year. About a month.
No, that was the beginning of the end for Sage Karam. That was like, listen, Breh, you have like one more shot to prove that you're not a total tool.
Yeah, you went from almost killing somebody to actually killing somebody in about a month.
Yeah, I mean that's Murphy's Law. pin that on him personally, but
You used to.
yeah, well, I've grown.
Hard for it.
I've grown. My point being is he's still a tool. And are you frozen or what are you doing?
I shouldn't be.
Okay, no, you're not. You just look like you were like,
Oh, I was
Missy, was it just me? Or were you looking at like, is Jared okay? Look, okay. And I've seen comments. I know we jump around a lot. You know, it's hard to stay on topic sometimes, but you know, we jump around a lot, so get used to it. Or listen to someone else. Okay.
ADD. What do you expect?
What's that?
We all have ADD.
Yeah. Right. I've been off my meds for a week. I can't. Yeah. Missy came home today.
It's been a rough week.
Yeah, it has. You have no idea. Oh God. Anyways, so yeah,
I've almost got the house together, so
she does. Yeah, I have the house in shambles when she gets home because I can't finish a thing. I start 4 things and then I fall asleep.
yeah. So
Anyways,
I asked put the computer room together since I painted it last Saturday.
yeah, she's done a lot of the hard lifting.
Can we see?
It looks great. You did a great job.
Oh, I know the painting's great. Look, there's the computer stuff on the floor over there.
You're lucky you moved it.
There you go. That's where the TV's going back there behind us. So.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, guys. Show them the broken window that I broke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I broke that window.
Oh, there it is. Broken window.
Yeah, been here for a week. Broken window. Gotta love it. Anywho's, so but you know what? It's good to be back in the saddle again. It's good to be doing this with you guys, and we missed you guys. You know, we didn't go anywhere. Missy just went dark again. She's back. But
darker, fatter, whatever you want to call it.
Both. So at any rate, Jared, what's it been like going to a race? We haven't been to one yet this year, so. Like anything besides racing, being there, because this year it would have been 11 years straight for us too in Mid Ohio, and we didn't go this year, so it felt kind of sad. But what are you gonna do?
It wasn't like any other time I've ever been there. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot there. The fan village was like empty. There weren't many fans. But the only thing that wasn't different was the racing.
Racing, yeah. It's always great racing. I can't remember the last time I was like, that was a boring race.
Yeah, I did almost play the world's best prank on Paul Tracy, though. And I really wish I could have found what I needed to pull the prank off.
Do tell.
So I was going to go buy a pair of yellow high heel shoes and leave them on his chair into the broadcast booth.
What's that referencing?
When he was hitting on Danica Patrick on Carb Day.
Is that why they had to split him up?
Yeah, because she was wearing sexy shoes and he's a sucker for sexy shoes, and they were yellow high heels she was wearing.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't he pay like BDSM chicks to step on his?
Probably. He is a foot guy. But yeah, so I was going to. Even the NBC broadcast guys I was talking to said it would have been the best prank ever until he found out it was me, and then he would have murdered me.
And he would have murdered you.
And he literally would have murdered me.
Yeah. PT is insane.
I didn't but that would have been hilarious if he showed up for the NBC broadcast, and not 2 minutes before he goes on air, he finds a pair of high heel shoes sitting on his chair. And I could have. They didn't lock the door. I could have walked in there anytime I wanted before they showed up.
It would have been so worth it. It would have been worth it, dude.
All over Paul Tracy's microphone. I should have.
You would. It would have been worth it. But I love Paul Tracy. I'm really glad that he's still part of the broadcast. He makes the broadcast fun. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, especially
You
when
can hate him or you can love him, but he makes the broadcast fun because he doesn't care what he says.
stupid stuff about Santino Ferrucci and how good he is.
So, yeah. What's the point standings after all this madness that's gone on
Oh,
since we last left you guys?
I had it.
We lost Missy. What happened?
Oops.
She changed Windows. Yeah, you gotta sign back into StreamYard and then open up a new window when you do that, Missy. Sorry,
I did that by accident.
I've done it before.
Crap. My bad.
Yeah, but look at Pato. Look at my boy right there. P3 in the championship points. I'm not saying he's going to win the championship or anything, but it's I'm just it brings a tear to me eye seeing that.
Oh, definitely your rookie of the year.
Oh, without a doubt. You kidding? Without a doubt. There she is. Good job, Missy. You know what I'm saying? So without a doubt. So Missy, you wanna go down the list of who's where and how many points and all that?
Eligible for rookie of the year, but
Um,
good point, Greg. I should have known better.
I was gonna say, does Pato count as a rookie?
But Renus is.
I don't think he does.
I
No.
don't think Pato counts as a rookie this year.
No, he doesn't.
No,
Mm-mm.
but you know what, Renus, I would say Oliver deserves it. Renus has outperformed like I never thought he would. I'll give him that. However, there's been multiple times this year where I seen what he was doing, and I went, that's a rookie mistake that he just made right there. So, Missy, what are the points if you want to ramble them off real quick?
Well, Scott Dixon has 456. Joseph Newgarden has 385 or 384. Sorry. Pato has 338. Colton has 327. Will Power has 306. Graham Rahal 301. Kumasato has 300. Simon Pagano 277. Hunter Ray 260. And rounding out the top 10, Santino Ferrucci with 249.
Yeah, my boy Santino.
With his great haircut. I'm pretty sure that Dixon is untouchable at this point. I'm pretty sure Dixon's going to win the championship this year. Am I alone here thinking that there's pretty much, I mean, Dixon would have to spin out in the lead of every race from here on out to lose it.
Oh yeah. I mean, Dixon had pretty bad finishes. He finished 10th in both races, which is pretty funny when you say finishing 10th is bad for Scott Dixon. But
I know. But, especially when he spins out in the lead and then finishes 10th. I mean,
that was all in him. That's one of those rare mistakes. I mean, you come out on cold tires and you're trying to play catch up, so you hit the push to pass. And you know how it is on iRacing. This car is a lot more sensitive to spin.
Oh goodness!
Because of
even trying to leave a pit lane.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to lose it.
I mean, you
hit that push to pass, and it was just enough to put him over the edge.
It reminded me of Road America 2 years ago when he had that in the bag and he just lost into turn 7 or 5 or whatever you want to call that turn.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Scott said that what happened was he started thinking about his wife and then got distracted and made a mistake. And to which I said, yeah, if I had to think about your wife too, I would get distracted and make a mistake too.
Oh, you would definitely play drunk and hide the pickle with her?
I wouldn't get drunk. I want to be sober as possible.
Oh my God.
And that's the kind of quality content you get here. So anyways, so what do we got coming up? What's the next race?
Next race would be the Harvest Grand Prix.
And in Nashville, right?
No,
No.
Indy.
What?
And
Indy.
there's only 3 races left.
3 races left.
And they are?
The doubleheader at Indy, Harvest Grand Prix, doubleheader. And then
St. Pete.
race in St. Pete. Fun fact, race number 1 of the Harvest Grand Prix can be found on the network of USA.
Why? That's weird. That's awesome, though.
Well, because NBC Sports must not be available because it's a Friday. Friday at 3:30.
But that's race 1. So,
Right.
so is qualifying the same day, or?
I believe it probably will be.
Okay. But you can rest assured that
Qualifying on Thursday.
Is it late enough in the day?
6:20.
Oh, cool. Okay, so it's 6:20 to 6:20. Okay, so October 1st, Thursday for qualifications, Group 1 and 2, and races Friday. And I guess they're going to do the same thing they did as qualifying for Gateway. I don't know. Are they?
Same way they did qualifying this past weekend.
Okay, this past weekend. All right.
And
So
the race on Saturday, race number 2 is on regular NBC.
and I'm sure Jared will be on Hot Mic among other platforms.
If I can get to the track, I'll hot mic it from the track.
Yeah, I mean,
Otherwise, we'll
we
be
would
here
love to be there.
on the hot mics.
Yep. I mean, Friday, it's always hard for I'm normally not available on Friday nights, so that sucks. But what can you do? Work comes first. All right. So, well, I hope that brought everybody up to speed, and I hope you guys have been enjoying this silly season of the season.
The silly season.
Yeah, this is the silly season before the silly season starts. Is this?
It's the super all season or super all silly season or whatever.
This is the sillier season.
Yeah, here we go. Crazy season.
Yeah, that perfect. Crazy season. Nice, simple, easy, to the point, and very, very. Yep. Crazy season. That's the best way to put it. Yep. Yep. So, everybody be safe out there. Social distance. Wear your mask. Don't be a Karen. And don't get sick. And hopefully, if we can all do that, kind of like, if the anti-vaxxers would just stop, the measles would not, be back like it is. So just stop, vaccinate your freaking kids, will you?
Just go get tested for uncle bodies.
Yeah. So get vaccinated and social distance. Wear your mask. Act like there's a virus out there that's
Here's a virus.
Wash your hands.
Yeah. Don't lick doorknobs like you like to, and just be safe out there, everybody. And hopefully next year it'll all come back. It'll all get better again, and it'll feel normal again. It's starting to feel normal. The more racing that we get, the more normal it's starting to feel. I say so.
Actually, getting to go to the track. I mean, today I officiated high school football.
So there you go.
Just a freshman game, but it was the first time I've been on the field in almost a year. So I've been to a track and been on the field for the first time in a year. So things are finally starting to feel a little bit more normal. But
do you ever have a problem with your whistle breaking where the little thing comes flying out the top?
I mean, the P, we don't use whistles with P's in it. That's indoor. If you're doing like basketball or hockey, then you want that. But when you're outdoor, you don't want it. I actually have an electronic whistle now.
Ah, cool. Did you name it?
No.
You should.
Little Chippy D. I'll name it Lamar because it's long and black.
Oh my God. Okay, so moving on. Missy, on that note.
And on that note, yeah, you know that I know that
Jared's a piece of garbage.
this week, yes, Jared is a piece of garbage, and so is Frank.
Garbage.
You know.
What was that, Jared?
Remember what I said? Hold on a second, babe.
I got it. I got it. I got at the end of that. Tiff, tiff. That right there, that sound, Missy, is the tiff. All right. It's tiff, tiff. Yeah, tiff, tiff.
Yeah,
Like,
Jared's already apologized for his baby gift, so you weren't here when he said what it was.
Oh, she's getting the whole size. You're getting the whole size range. Newborn, 3 months, 6 months, 12 month. Getting it all.
what do you mean?
Hold on.
Oh, I know this. You told me this, I think. Yeah.
I actually really. I haven't. I've only bought one thing.
Yay!
Onesies.
That was, yeah. That's a high five. Whoops. Fuck yeah. We are not live still, are we? Chippy D. Oh, the Chip Army Cadet. Bring in the humor with every size. He's bringing the humor.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm good. Now,
Frank gets this one.
oh, heck yeah. Peckers.
But it's color changing. So as you drink the coffee, the the pekkas disappear.
I see that. That's great. Dope.
The club.
That's great. That's awesome, babe. Yeah, Chip did something real quick just recently. I don't know if you've seen it or not, Jared. Let me see if I can bring it up.
Lady.
Where is it? Hold on. It's great.
Here you go. You gotta get Missy the Milady mug.
Hey, babe. So what was your gangster name? Little Chippy D. Yeah, little Chippy D. I used to take people out with bazookas. What are you laughing about?
The face mask is called Cake for the Chippa.
Some cake for the chipper?
See, spit.
Yeah, just every time he wants some cake for the chip, he starts drooling. Oh,
Teeth are dry.
oh, it's an Edgar one. Yay. I love Edgar. Edgar's one of my favorite characters ever. Pekkas.
Just made cheese great again.
That's so stupid.
Trump, Biden, Chipperson, Yuma shall lead us.
That's who I'm voting for. Chippa. I'm gonna vote for the Chippa.
And the one for Frank.
Suckaka. F you suckaka. Hold on, I'm gonna share a screen real quick. Where is he?
Here's one for Jimmy.
Here.
And the best thing is it's gender neutral for Jimmy.
Yes, it is. Hey, it's either a nice young female or a nice young female with a gift. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Here we go. Yeah, there's a new Reservoir Puppies. I love this. Hold on. I'm gonna share screens real quick with you. Oh, where is it? Where am I?
All right. I'm out of here. I gotta finish the laundry.
Yeah, so you get.
I love this. I need this Chip hoodie.
That's awesome. I love that hoodie.
Or like Underworld Tour 2001. Oh, look, New York City, Madison Square Garden, September 11th. Moved to the 12th.
That's awesome.
And then right underneath, Madison Square Garden, September 12th.
Do you see this?
I got to get back to work. I was just checking in. All right, Max, I'll talk to you later. How you father to paint the studio?
Does Max know about breaking chops yet?
Max, you know what you do? You throw something on the floor and then you go, breaking chops. All right. All right. Goodbye, boy.
Boy.
All right. I love you too, little fella.
That reminds me of what Michael Madsen. I did a movie with him.
Oh,
too.
Yeah, me too. I was in Reservoir Dogs. They didn't like my improv. I was hilarious.
Now,
I was Mr. Green. Every time they would say Mr. Green, I would go, yeah, green with envy.
Did you hear Tarantino cut?
Because Anthony's
that
wearing
brilliant line.
And he even walked up. He goes, don't say it again.
Oh,
Yeah, he wanted me to do it as he wrote it.
improv in. Add some stuff
The
in.
movie sucked. It fucking sucked. Just seeing how funny I made it.
Funny.
Every time that when they're pointing the guns at each other, I'm like, how about I get shot? But then I stagger in, right? And I'm like, hey man, don't shoot. You're all gonna fucking die.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr.
Yeah,
Green.
right?
Green with envy.
Mr. Green.
And he's like, stop looking into the camera. I'm like, no, that's breaking the wall, stupid.
You're Mr. Pink. You're Mr. White. You're Mr. Green.
Green with envy. And they're like, why are you saying that?
Just do that.
Stop looking away and into the camera. It's distracting, Mr. Flippers.
They didn't say that.
Lawrence.
Listen, that's
Do I-
And I don't know if Mr. Orange is dead or alive. Why don't we ask Mr. Green?
Yeah, Mr. Orange got peeled. And I cut that cop's nose off, and then I go, freaking chops.
I can't see how you ended up on the cutting room floor.
I think it's
I can't
I think
eat,
it's gold.
Oh man.
See, I fucked.
Okay. It's too good. Breaking chops. Oh, so many good lines. Oh, yeah. You are we still live?
Yeah.
Good God. Well, we just went R.
It's okay. Well,
I mean, I stopped recording minutes ago.
yeah, you start recording here.